know what time it is. Okay?
Yeah,
Okay?
I just want to talk to you.
Talking music with Diamond Lee.
Just remember my love. Can you do that?
Getting the vibes right. He getting the vibes right. Oh no, what
Remember my
happened?
love.
There we go. There we go. We back.
Our moment was meant to last.
Yeah.
Soon as we crossed eyes, crossed paths. You
Yeah.
caught me in a dash, doing something to earn this cash. But soon as the night closed, your attention became my intention. Focused in the room, on you became my broom. Sweeping me away from the trash. You had me bagged. Forget texting, I want to FaceTime and see your lips. From the first call, I knew you were going to get this tip. Diving head first into a universe unique to my soul's mission. Not like my ex.
We getting started.
Stand your kitchen. Pressure lifting
Letting it
as soon
cook
as
right
our first date. An attraction was given. No acting shy when we're actually fitting into a rhythm. Talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah. The vibes. The vibes. That's one just the ride to right there. That's one to ride to right there. I got some lines you can use right there.
Sure do.
Yeah, I got some. Hey, I got you, King. Just turn that on right there, and just you ain't gotta say the whole. Just say a few bars in there. Just say a few.
Rizz Radio.
Rizz Radio, talking music with Diamond Lee, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Don. I got the energy right. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. You put out a project. You gotta let people know. Because how are they gonna know? How are they gonna know what to missing until they find it?
And that is the thing. We talk about. So this is Talking Music with Diamond Lee right here on Rizz Radio.
Rizz Radio.
And I gotta make sure y'all hear me out there. We loud, we good, we clear. We on YouTube right now. But download the app, Rizz Radio App. Shout out to Asia Cobbs, the founder of the movement behind the platform that's hosting two artists with their own rights, their own mind, of their own damn kind. I think I said it right. May have flipped it, but it's all good. Same message.
Hey.
He's dumb, period.
Yo.
And this is Poetically.
Poeticlee.
Man, right there in front of you.
Rizz Radio.
Man.
Rizz Radio.
Yeah. I appreciate you. So you was feeling the vibes on the project.
I was feeling the vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was feeling the vibes.
I
was feeling the vibe. Back in the R&B poetry bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta do that. You gotta do that sometimes.
Supply. Yeah, no, you gotta. I think there's one thing when you understand for artists, even when you may be able to serve the burger, you serve pizza, you serve hot dog, you know what I'm saying? You serve pretzels, you may serve all that, right? But what do the people want?
They don't know.
Hey, sometimes they do know. And they'll tell you what they want when you see themselves or when you see the tickets or whenever you see whatever you got going on. And you know what? Let me supply that. If I see people putting in all the requests for burgers all day, let me supply what
you know what right there. You know what's crazy? You were talking about your project before we started. But the song that I won't listen to again I'm pretty sure is the one that has the most views right now.
Yeah. That's funny.
I think the people know what they want.
That's hilarious, bro.
Which goes back to what you were talking about, how like when you were like, when I was back in this, poetic bag, the bags came more frequently. Maybe they called me up a little bit more.
Yeah, it helps
to go up and do that.
Yeah, it helps the brand. Brand, you know what I'm saying? It helps the brand. Like it helps push everything else. R&B and poetry this month. So
but at the same time, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if people like grasp that you're doing R&B in poetry form though. Like, like you'd understand what I'm saying, but like
no. That was so with you saying that, that's crazy with you saying that. That's probably one of the biggest that's probably one of the biggest compliments I can receive, because that is what my whole goal was from this years ago, is I want to do poetry like R&B.
Yeah.
Like I want to be the like that, the poet that's kind of felt like R&B though. You know what I'm saying? Like it keeps you in, it's about feeling more than in that specific lane. It's about feeling and sensation more than it is about like any other factors in that realm.
Yeah. It's not just about a clever bar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's not just that. You're trying to get more into the emotion even behind every action, if you will.
yeah. You know, and yo, that's funny. I like that you said that. That was the realest thing because I was like, this one right here. If if your girl here, I'm gonna push this out there like that. If your girl hear this one, she gonna want to play it. You gonna have
She
to listen.
gonna play it.
You
She
gonna have to
gonna
listen.
like this one.
You gonna have to listen to this one, bro. I know you don't want to. I know you don't want to run to. You don't want to listen to it.
Mhm.
King out there.
Nope. I don't. Man, man. You
I
don't.
know. I know.
Man.
I know. I know. Hey, I get it. I get it. I get it. I get
It's
it.
not
Yeah,
even. Ugh. Yeah. Fucking.
but nah, that's funny. But what was I about to say? Shoot. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm with the vibes, I feel
Yeah.
like right now, if you can get an easy layup, go for the easy layup. And sometimes as artists, that's the
I
thing. We
agree.
talk about that here, and I think that's a really the encouraging message that I think we just have to continue to feel as artists is get the layup where you can get the layup. If
Yeah.
you if you a visual artist and people say all day you do characters all the time, well then hey, if that's your layup, fuck it. And I
Use the
think we got to
layup.
get out of our way sometimes as artists is being able to because
Mhm.
the world, hey Drake, the world loves you. Can you say I like this? I like the singing Drake. What is it? Something like he said it something like that. The world loves Drake when he's in that bag.
Mhm. I like Drake with the melodies.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
don't
like
like
him when
Drake.
he act
Like
tough.
himself. And I
Yeah.
ain't gonna hold you. Now I'm being phony when I say that because there are definitely some records with Drake's acting tough I love. Um,
Yeah.
but you know understand the overall message to it though. Just like jokes aside, like
Mhm.
I think going for that layup is if you got it open to you. Now, of
Yeah.
course, it's like seeing within the game flow. Do
Mhm.
you have the layup open to you? If you got a mic, you got the process, the ability to record yourself. Go
Mhm.
go for that layup. Every day you got a layup. If you don't, then sometimes when you can only get to the studio, then maybe those are the moments that it's not just a layup now. It's more of like a strategic way of like, okay, I know actually got to go to a studio and record.
Yeah.
So let me not just take
Mhm.
a throwaway up here.
Absolutely. And
So that's all.
actually, the conversations that we were having last week about that, it finally seeped into my brain and then interpreted it, and I was like, oh, okay. So I tried to, I didn't try, I did. I decided I was going to write my songs like I'm the writer for it, and I'm writing the song for me, but it's not me writing the song for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I'm using the skill of writing and what I can do, but trying to separate myself from it,
yeah.
and it comes out with a different product.
I mean, yeah, and that's such a real statement that you just made right there. Because think about that though. When you're in that songwriting bag, you're thinking about all the songwriters that
Hmm.
exist, right? That's why certain artists they can work with one songwriter and they can mesh, they
Hmm.
can flow. Then you can instantly tell when that artist starts to work with a different songwriter
Hmm.
because are the lyrics speaking to you, or are they just speaking about a, are they just saying words?
Yeah, saying
And
flat
I think,
shit.
yeah, 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 yeah. And I think that's something like you got to connect with but that's the thing about it though, like who's the judge of that? I think it's only you as the artist that have to be the judge of that because nobody else can judge what you're saying. You as the artist got to know, hey, I'm doing bullshit or not. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna call it bullshit. I'm not gonna say that, but you know what I'm saying, like you as the artist know when you just kind of writing something in
Hmm.
automation
Yeah.
versus just letting that shit just be like,
Hmm. Letting it go.
yeah,
You gotta let it go.
yeah. I think it's just a balance though, like you gotta go through it, man. Like
You
it's
have to
gonna
get there.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you have to like get there as an artist yourself. I think if you're a writer, then you probably already got that. But like if you are an artist that does the things yourself, then like I don't know of artists that like just got there. Like they would just woke up and were like, "Yep, I'm the writer for myself."
Yeah, it's a
You know,
process.
because everyone's like, "Oh, this is my song." This one's about my blah blah blah. It's so near
Yeah.
and dear to my heart, and it's like that's cool. I respect that, but like are you saying are you not making the best song possible because you're too close to it? you know? And
Mm.
now you're like, it feels
But
kind of weird and vulnerable if I say it like that.
yeah.
But maybe that weird and vulnerable is a thing you probably should say.
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That I resonate with you saying, like on this previous project. Um, Speaking to that third one, that taking that Joe to see what about us.
Mm-hmm.
I
Crazy
wanted to,
flip, by the way.
I
I didn't say
appreciate it.
that yet.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, it's a whole man. I was trying to tell you, bro. When I'm looking at the layup is about to be a Steph Curry 3
Yeah.
because it's a whole bag you about to really hear me in.
Mm.
That's gonna be like, yes, it's going to
Yeah.
be something that I'm excited. I really want to see more poets do because if you go back, bro, I've
Mm-hmm.
been going through now that I'm like, okay, this is my lane. I'm about to be in for a minute. Like this about to be a run.
Mm-hmm.
It's so many. You go back to those 90s, 80s. I don't even talk about the typical samples of people like to go back to like 60s and 70s. But like if you really go back to like the 90s and 80s of like R&B joints,
Yeah.
just even to rap on too,
Yeah.
or just flow on. There's some joints out there that's just like them beats is still kind of like we never really heard with a rapper or a poet. Like, and I think poets should start thinking about mixtapes because
Mm.
nobody like I think it's more sometimes you gotta look at the part of your career and see is this a phase where I can actually run up more of my performance like portfolio
Mm.
for the catalog of people to listen to and know that okay, this person can perform
Mm-hmm.
versus it is trying to have something that's just your own.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
that's something that's a real conversation. Most people like, hey, I'm not gonna do that because I can't own that song.
yeah. You can't, but I mean, you can do it live. And as long as you can touch the people in that room, though,
Bro.
if you touch the people in the room, you're good. That's why I think you're doing it. It's an interesting move to see you do because you basically already had the infrastructure for everything, and you decided it was like, you know what, it's time.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Lift off.
Work on
Fucking
it. Yes, work on the infrastructure first.
yeah,
And now then work on the you got to build the house and then work on the contents of the house. Can't damn near, oh, I'm gonna go buy all this
hmm
living room set now, and then you don't have a house built yet.
you don't got no walls yet, bro. Come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's you got to go with the layup and that's why I think it's as artists it's important to keep performing, build connections with different venues and see if you can just have a night where it matches your lane to what you do, and then be able to allow yourself that stage for yourself mainly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you know it's and then see from what capacity you want to be able to control the show. But I think artists we have that leverage to build like real relationships with these venues. I
hmm
think it's just how we go about it, and we're gonna always talk about that, bro, because that's a forever conversation.
hmm
That's a conversation, but
Yeah.
yeah, I done got off my fault and get into a tangent
No, you
of
good.
this. It's just man, like I'm really like I really want to just see some innovative shit happen. And I think that's what we on the verge of, like
hmm
create making these like R&B and poetic. That's why poetic R&B. I want the brand to focus on like one day, shoot, being able to push so many R&B and poets
hmm
in a different range where you can really see a career
Yeah.
as a career, not just as like a struggle.
Ooh. Yeah. And R&B, hey, look, I like R&B.
Yeah,
I'm currently in the R&B bag heavy.
man. Yeah. I said I hear you. I hear you. So I'm interested to see how this project or however you go in these creative endeavors because you are you're unleashing and again it's not that you've done your phase of R&B, right?
Kinda. Yeah.
But it's just the element of your soul and being able to harmonize that's the main thing.
Yeah, it's just different. It's just different now.
Like
It's just different.
but you're coming more, you're sounding like you're more in touch with yourself.
Yeah, it's definitely different because it's like again when I first sort of started, you like when every artist starts, I'm like picking this from this person, that from that person, and kind of like creating my own like style from other people. And then
Yeah.
as you get further, you start realizing it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take this way because that's not really it. I'm gonna take this way, this way, this way, add this, and that. And then as you do that, as you get more in line with the things that like you actually want to do, it's weird because it becomes like brand new again. Like it's almost like making songs for the first time again because everything feels new because you're finally making music in a way that you wanted to make it. You just didn't realize like, oh, that was the thing. That's my layup.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know
Yeah.
I could have done
Yeah.
this the whole time and it would have saved me a few years. You
I
know?
mean, but that's you deepen you at the same time in those few years, you're deepening your bag. You know what I'm
That's true.
saying? You
Yeah.
don't have you don't have
The
you
bag
don't
is
have a
going deep.
real, and that's the goal, right? Because it's how deep in your bag you can get that makes you
Hmm.
deadly on the floor.
Yeah.
When you see Kyrie, you see KD, you see these guys, they have a deep bag, so they
Hmm.
can get any shot they want. But at the same time, it all fundamentally goes down to the same thing that they're good at.
Yeah.
So, like fundamentally, everything you do going still goes down to what you're great at, and that's being able to write, and that's
Hmm.
being able to them perform how you what you say.
Yeah. And my petty side is like really happy because I'm like, damn, I'm about to drop all these like
Yeah,
R&B love songs or whatever, but I can still rap though. So it's like
yeah,
when someone was like, that man is singing, he ain't blah 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 blah. And then it was like, I'm about to rap my ass off on
yeah.
because it's been a
Man,
minute and I want to rap. Trust me.
man, I feel that. I feel that. I feel that. I want to rap. I want to rap too. I want to rap too. For real, for real.
I really do. I'm at the point right now where I'm like, I'm still going to be making the album that I was previously making, but I feel like I could do a detour of like a little four song, 3 song EP
What is
of R&B.
man? That's hard. That's hard. You can't. I mean, shoot. When you go that route, the thing about it is what I'm feeling. Maybe you may resonate with or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just my observation. Going in with the R&B is like if you're a boxer,
Uh-huh.
going in with the R&B first
Mm-hmm.
before the rap
Yeah.
can help the punch, that first initial punch, land better. And now with the rap, you can come with that
Yeah.
hook. Like
Yeah.
it's the R&B is almost like a jab, a good
Mm-hmm.
jab. Because with R&B, you can keep jabbing. As a boxer, it's like you jabbing. Then
Mm-hmm.
you go in with the hook. And
Goodbye.
then if you do it, and if you know what I'm saying, like if you do the right, you get the right, because then that hook, that hip hop, that
Mm-hmm.
rap is gonna get it's like it uplifts the energy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah.
in my head, I haven't heard, and because it doesn't box you in. And I know, okay, and I want to like say that in a way like people don't like mistake what I'm saying by box you in.
Okay.
With the R&B, the reason to me is like the jab, because that you'll see that cycle in a phase that unless when it comes to the hip hop, it's just two different cycles. It's like two different planets. And you
Mm-hmm.
gotta respect one planet rotates, Earth rotates in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
One planet may rotate in 2 days.
Yeah.
So it just comes as an artist is putting out music. You got to know which way you want to rotate and what that takes to rotate either way.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. To me, I take it as there's different rotations between hip hop and R&B.
Yeah, for sure.
There's different times. There's different different times to, you know, dive into those areas. And then
Yeah,
different cycles too. And then like the thing that I could pull from it at least is like I think like my two quote unquote best songs, at least on Spotify, where they put up your numbers as soon as they get past 1,000. Little
yeah,
social credit right there. Is BDE and Coffee on the Pot.
Yeah, I was about to say BD. I remember seeing BD last time I saw.
Yeah, so it's like, and those are complete opposites.
For sure.
And it took BDE to get to like 3,000 in like 2 years, I think, like something like that.
Wow.
Two or three. And like I'm not complaining about that like at all. I think that's fucking fantastic, honestly.
Yeah.
And Coffee on the Pie is at 15, and that came out last year, 1,500. And I'm like, okay, cool.
So
Like,
think about that. That metric, right? Exactly. So the answer is right in your hand. You do Coffee on the Pot.
Yeah.
Not another, because you do your next vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Then you do the rap.
Yeah.
It's spinning. You know what I'm saying? Like it's spinning.
Yeah.
And because the hip hop has different energy too. Like everything, music has energy. It's
Mm-hmm.
not even just hip hop. Even in R&B, neo soul compared to R&B pop. You know what I'm saying? Everything, because it's about your resume too.
Yeah.
So like right when, oh yeah, okay, I've done God Body, or you see somebody do like a high energy song.
Mm-hmm.
Your portfolio, your body is to saying to the people is, okay, you're on this energy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So like when I think some artists are very interested how they do it too. Like if you see them, you'll see an artist sometimes, like back in the day, you're gonna put out a hip hop record, then you're gonna put out like they always would say, like, make sure the album has like a for rappers, make sure there's a track for like the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So they would put one. You remember, like, I don't think it's like so prevalent now. I think a few traditional artists still. I think Drake still does it like he still does it every now and then, where he'll do like his feature, or he'll do like one of his like EPs, like be hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
and then he'll start off with,
you gotta have one for the women.
He'll start off with what?
Which one? What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying the vibe. Like you're right. He'll start off with the like what did he put out earlier this year? The joint with Party.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So now this summer or fall.
Hey,
you already hear it.
We're back for the boys.
You sent me something.
I mean, if that's real, I mean, cool.
That is real. Yeah, that's real.
Okay. Hey, good for him. He got a slapper. It's gonna. Hey, here's the thing: we're gonna listen, and that's unfortunate. But it's just like, are you gonna keep me? Am I gonna listen to your album more than once?
Gucci let it blam, and he pass it to his man. Got a batting glove on, he don't hold it in his hand, and he throw it out the window and just leave it where it land, or he throw it in the water, make a.
Hey, could that be a Rico right there?
Yeah, I don't understand why he keeps doing this shit. Yes.
Cereal, we call that shit a Cheerio, and then they take their clothes off.
Talk Rizz Radio. Give me a little Rizz Radio.
Hey, they be wishing that
Rizz Radio.
Many men. Trust.
What's going on? Hold on. What's going on?
Rico.
And I know, man, don't let this be one of those shows that 3 years from now becomes like a viral, like this clip becomes viral because we damn near say something that comes to existence. No.
I don't want it.
No, don't look at us, because you rappers are doing it to yourself.
Literally. I mean, he's on a song called Rico. Yeah, it's stupid. It's
you rappers
dumb.
are doing that to yourself. I'm sorry. Hold on, dog, because the first time I heard this,
and just leave it where it land, or you throw it in the water, make them dig it out the sand. Hey, scratched out the cereal, we call that shit a Cheerio.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you rappers this too, man. It's okay. It's okay to actually rap about some real shit. Hold on, I need air horns for. I'm about to take this thing. It's okay, because I promise you, this is not what this is about. I promise you, this is not what we're about. But I just so happened to hear this, and it's okay. It's okay to actually not put yourself in the legal system. It's okay. It's okay to just rap about some. I love when Jay-Z used to rap about money. I'm like, that's just 10 lives ahead of me. It's okay to just rap about being with your wife out on some fly beach. It's okay. It's okay if you got good, if you're in just beautiful, peaceful life. It's okay to rap about that. It's okay to rap about your health as you grow old as a man. Because man, your body start to age. All this shit ain't happening. We not scratching those cereals off.
No.
Because first off, you're supposed to be open and carry. I mean, you're supposed to live in. Are you living in the carry state? If you're not, then come on, what you doing already? So why would you be saying anything? Because they can check your address. You talking about? Yeah, it happens. It's called hip hop police. It's called. I don't know if y'all saw Atlanta. No, I'm sorry because I'm bugged out right now because I think they think this is a game. I think they think this game. Did y'all not see Atlanta? Do y'all not see Dirk? We got Lil Durk, man.
Yeah.
Young Thug is hanging on by a very thin thread. He playing around with Twitter. I think somebody needs to tell Young Thug put away social media.
Young, truly humbled under God.
I really don't want to see my people continue to go through BS. And if you are listening to this type of stuff, know who the actors are and know who the real ones are. And who the real ones are, please, understand what comes with that games. I hope y'all not just seeing these examples. Like we live in this, we're in this music, and I think some stuff sounds cool. I love a good Batman movie too, and I love seeing what the Joker is gonna do. Guess what? I ain't out trying to be the Joker.
That's facts.
I love watching Transformers, and sometimes you see Optimus Prime get his ass whooped.
You sure do.
But I'm not trying to be a Decepticon.
Ooh. That sounds political at that point. Decepticons and Autobots.
All I'm saying is I'm trying to say something right now because we do this thing, and we ain't got to get too serious. But I just think it's so fun for these people to just rap some shit that
rhymed.
That just sounds good. It sounds hard. I give it to you. That's hard. That's hard. But guess what? I'm living in a city where gun violence with the youth is a real thing. I'm living in a city where we're trying to get the youth to actually just do something where it builds their discipline and builds their morale as young men.
Oh my God.
So I can't, it's fly, it's hard, I get it. But at the same time, when you really around some real shit, it's certain things that's just not entertainment anymore.
Yeah.
I'm not watching a fucking Scarface movie.
No, you're not.
And the difference is they look at and it's difference is that people that can look at Scarface and know it's a movie. There's people that look at you and know that you a real person. They think that's a real person. They don't understand it's just a movie.
They don't understand you're just an actor. You're an actor behind a microphone.
Great one. Get that man a Grammy. Get that one a Grammy. He said he just won a Grammy. He did. No, you did. No, not a Grammy. Get that man an Oscar. That's what I'm talking about.
There we go. Hey.
That's what I was trying to say.
Hey. Hey, if we're doing that, have a hip hop getting an Oscar.
Hey, you know what? If we really want to take this thing to another level, the top hip hop Oscars.
We could do that.
Oscars.
We could do that.
The greatest. I gotta look up like the Oscar, like the categories, because now. That is out of here.
We gotta get the fake trappers. We gotta get the fake hoes.
Man,
the fake drug dealers. I mean, same thing.
I mean, shoot.
Fake tough guys.
Cinematography. Who had the best video that was just seemed like you was about it, but you weren't? Sound. Who really through the high quality $100 million mixing sounded like it was something, but it really wasn't. We're not gonna do this now. That would be crazy. All right, we chilling, man. We chilling. This is a Monday. Monday.
Man. Hit him with the. I'm gonna
You got the new melody.
I don't know what that was.
You heard it too?
I did. I was like, I'm just gonna roll with it. I don't care.
Oh man, that's hilarious. Hey, you sent me something I was gonna bring up. Anything else going on that you want to address, music wise? So
all this beef. Nah. I'm just working on new music. I'm excited for that. I need to make a post pretty soon. I want to start posting some demos on Substack and stuff. And sort of give the journey to these albums, if you will, because they are a
Man,
journey and they do take time.
please talk about it. Please talk about it, man. I
Man,
wanna
it's
hear
just
your experience.
man, it's a process. It's
Yeah.
really a process, and it's an awkward. It's like it's kind of awkward to talk to people about it because it's like if I do this all day, it's still work. You know,
Yeah.
it's still taxing. It's just like I didn't go clock in from 9 to 5, and then I got off, and then I got paid for those hours that I was there. It's just didn't.
Yeah.
It's just not the structure of it. It's just like, okay, let's wake up, do what we got to do in the morning to get the routine going, and then sit down and make something. You got to show up and make something. And
You
if you
gotta
don't,
make something. That's a good point. That's a good point, Don. I mean, let me say this though, too, what you're saying, right?
Mhm.
That's why I say sometimes if you can find your layup, go for your layup. I think this young man found his layup. Hold on, let me give you a little bit. Let me give you a little bit, Don.
It's a fee. If you want it, can't get it for free. Oh yeah, such a misery. For free. Oh yeah, such a misery. All that shit you talking, it's in me.
We done brought him to life. He heard your message, man. He said, I need to go just make some shit.
Oh wait, that's logic, isn't it?
Come on, let me bring that back. Let me bring it back.
If you want it, can't get it for free. Oh yeah, such a misery.
Rizz Radio.
All that shit you talking, it's in me.
Come on, man. Whew.
R.I.P. Oh man, what are we doing?
Hey, man.
What are we doing?
We brought him back to life. Like we just happened to be talking about the good man. Logic.
I don't know if that's back to life, but
I brought him back to life, brother.
yeah. Are you inspired by that clip? Are you ready to go put some pen to paper off of that?
This is what I'll say, man. This is what I'll say. I'm really proud of where artistry moves.
I hate
Sometimes
this
it finds itself in areas of life that it's like a quarter in the couch.
guy.
Art is like a quarter in the couch. Sometimes it's about who finds it. It's about who finds it, who sees that quarter in the couch valuable.
Yeah.
So I like this, it being a quarter in the couch.
Rizz
I may
Radio.
not find it. And it may be stuck in that couch with some lint. It may be stuck in that couch with all types of boogers that came out. It may be stuck down there, but guess what, Dom? That's still a quarter for somebody.
So what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that I'm proud that he was able to make something that's valuable to somebody out here.
It's just not.
And I believe that something in the couch. It's in the couch with lint, crackers, snacks. She done dropped and fell into the couch.
How often do you sit on the couch, Lee?
I think the couch is a beautiful place to sit. I think it's beautiful.
When's the last time you reached into the couch for something you need?
When I clean it, brother. I clean it.
Rizz Radio.
So some things you just clean. Some people actually like to dig in there. I don't choose to dig in certain places. I just clean it.
You don't look for inspiration in the trash.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, Dom. We understand this.
That's what the rich say to the poor. Rizz Radio.
So what you have being presented to you, ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah.
is indeed a treasure to somebody.
It's so good. I'm so inspired. You know, speaking Speaking of said artist,
Yeah.
there was an interesting thing I saw on the social medias out there. It was a Mount Rushmore.
Oh,
You're
man.
familiar with Mount Rushmore's, right?
Yeah.
Especially in hip hop, right?
Who do we have a Mount Rushmore of now? Oh my god.
They did a Mount Rushmore of white rappers.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Yeah, you're getting this is your white rapper sound effect right here.
That's
For these.
totally a white rapper sound effect.
You gotta name. All right, name them off for me. I got you.
Eminem. Oh, that's terrible. Turn that down. That's awful. Mac Miller. It was Eminem, Mac Miller, Sean Paul. No, not Sean Paul. Not Sean Paul.
Hey,
I'm
you
sorry.
say that?
Paul Wall. I apologize. The People's Champ. Russ.
All right, so this is what we're gonna wrap our show up with. A good, because this is Eminem. Because I got to give it into the order that you gave it.
Yeah.
Mac Miller. Right.
Yeah.
Paul Wall. Wait, where'd you see this? Where'd you see this? Because this sounded kind of legit.
Like Complex.
Complex put this out.
I don't know if it was them originally. But yes.
This is interesting. So white Mount Rushmore list of hip hop. I'm gonna just Google this real quick just so if I can see the list, because I'm not gonna lie, like I might not be too mad at this. Because okay, I'm looking at the list right now. Okay, so and this is funny. This Facebook group says Eminem's Logic. Okay.
The top comment in my heart is so Logic also isn't black enough or white enough. That's
yeah, that's no. That's we're not doing that. Elijah, you know damn well you're not on this list. Eminem, Mac Miller, Paul Wall, Russ. Russ is interesting to me. Russ is white.
That's what people are saying. Yeah, okay, he's white. People didn't know that.
Full white, like he's full white.
He's white. Yeah, he's Italian. I think. I don't know.
He's Italian, but I thought, okay, he's just Italian. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm Puerto Rican Italian. I got the.
Nah. Shoot. Hold on. It's somebody in my head. They definitely. That's Paul Wall. I'm putting the People's Champ on there. Paul Wall for sure. Because Paul Wall, what he's done in the consistency and just having such impact and just. I mean, being part of a move. He was part of a movement. He's part of a whole fucking movement. That's that solidifies his spot on there for me. So I'm gonna say yeah.
His nickname is also the People's Champ. Like you don't.
What more do you want?
I mean, literally. Come on, man. Come on.
All right. So we're cool on Paul Wall. Eminem, I think that's an easy one. We're cool. We understand he's gonna be there.
Yeah.
I don't think that's off. All right, so we're on the same. We're 2 for 2 on the same. Mac Miller.
Yeah. I'm cool with
it. I can't not think Mac Miller meant a lot to me. Mac Miller, he's part of a movement too. Mac Miller did things. He had what was his label? But he had his own independent run, and that's what made Mac Miller. He was part of that Wiz Khalifa, like that early days and of just, hey, we about to work this college scene. What Mac Miller did, being early on the internet, he was part of a special time. He's part of that time period capsule, like that 2009, 10, 11, 12. Like that was a special time period. So
what's interesting to me about him is that upbringing to where he was doing that like college circuit, but to see the artistry grow to what it was like, oh, like it's like he contributed to art, not just like he just rapped. He contributed to the art.
Yeah, that's a beautiful way of saying that.
So no dispute with Mac Miller there.
That's beautiful. All right, we rounded out with Russ Russ,
Yeah.
talk to me. What you got?
I
We
think it's fair.
so far 3 for 3.
I think it's fair. Personally, I think it's fair. I don't. Who are you gonna put there? He was the guy that said, "I'm independent. I did it. I do it all myself." He has a corner on the market for artwork
Okay.
style. Who else has that?
He's. I think there's an argument to be made. I don't know. So I know they don't. I know they can't do necessarily groups, but it's hard to not like the Beastie Boys, man. It's hard to not like think. That was in my brain earlier. It's hard to not think Beastie Boys being like. I don't know if that's like they're disqualified because it's a duo, but Beastie Boys like they just innovated a whole funky like flavor of like music.
Yeah.
So far as like when it came to being white, and then you got Mike Dean coming from there, like Mike Dean. Yeah, Mike Dean was from.
I guess I'm just ignorant. I don't know
Yeah.
a single Beastie Boy song.
Oh man, what? Go listen to some Beastie Boys, bro, and then you'll understand. Like, and then look at what they did too. Like, look at how they sold. But Mike Dean comes from that. So people wonder why he's so musically gifted, man. That's legend. But I mean, people. Do you think anybody's arguing for? I see what you're saying. It's Russ is done. He's pushed. He made a definitely impact with this movement. So you don't see anybody fighting for Machine Gun Kelly,
Brother. What are you talking
okay.
about? And nobody fights to play in the trash. Come on.
Nobody's fighting for Jack Harlow. How many votes?
No.
How many votes does Jack Harlow get?
He shouldn't get a lot.
Okay, so you think he gets some?
Okay. Damn it. Okay. So
hey, you thought I was just gonna let you
just be calm the whole episode.
One of these names I was going through a list. I pulled up a list. One of these names I was gonna say I was gonna get you. Come on, talk to me, Jack Harlow.
I found Jack Harlow through the Bryson Tiller song that he did Through the Night.
That's hard song.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this shit is it.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. And then I listened to that song, listened to that project. I thought it was good. I actually enjoyed it. I don't remember. I can't recall which project that was, but I remember I liked that project. It was a project before. I think it was the one right before he blew up.
Yeah, them early Jack Harlow projects. I'm trying to tell you, I was on Jack Harlow. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what he and that now I'm seeing. Then my fault for cutting you off.
You're good.
Then I would listen to him, and I'm like, I don't know. This is gonna be interesting to see him grow. My fault. Go ahead.
No, so I mean, basically the same. Like, I listened to that, and then I listened to the album with What's Poppin', and I thought the What's Poppin' album. I don't really remember too much from it, to be honest with you. But I remember I listened to the album, and obviously What's Poppin' went fucking everywhere. So I'm not gonna act like it didn't hit for when it hit, but it's just like for some reason with him after he got on, I just felt like he became Drake at a certain point. And I was just like, you're not Drake. Stop. You could rap. You could you could do this. If you really wanted to do this, he could do this. And I know that I don't know this man, but it seems like he puts work into the craft. So to see the product that is like reminiscent of Drake in some fashion doesn't make sense because you two are not the same at all. In order to do Drake, you have to have a Drake voice. Drake does have a nice voice. Jack Harlow's voice isn't that. Like, you need and it's a whole style thing. I was just like, what are you doing though? Because you were rapping over here, and now we're over here fucking Like I hated that song. Honestly, First Class
Yeah.
was trash. I hated that song so much.
And so like
So
the thing
much.
about what you're saying, nah, I get it. That the thing about what you're saying has several different components. And man, I feel like this is gonna be a good week of talking music with Dom and Lee. Because we've now ventured off into some interesting conversation. Come Home, The Kids Miss You. That second album that Jack Harlow had, that second album, I get the first one. The first one, I think it had some joints. He had a joint with Chris Brown on it. I really like. He had I think it may have been another Bryson Tiller joint, if I'm not mistaken, on that first album that I think was really hard too. I can't tell, but that second album, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, I was really looking forward to where he's about to go on that album. I was looking forward to it, and I think what happened is sometimes, and I'm not gonna blame Jack for this. I'm not gonna blame him because he has a gift, he has a talent, he has a skill. I think what happened, you saw Jack Harlow, is when you see the athlete, they see all this potential. Anthony Edwards, you see all this potential, and he can who. I'm not gonna compare because that's crazy. But what I'm saying
Yeah,
is
that
that,
was kind of crazy. I was
but
gonna rock with you though.
no, but where I was gonna take it, where I was gonna take it can actually make some sense though, because
Okay.
they both ball out. You got to respect the game for what, and we put them in that time period. We're looking. Let's focus on where we at in that time period because they have their careers at two different time ranges too. What I'm saying is Jack Harlow, he puts out What's Poppin', that goes crazy, right? Then he puts out No Matter How You Feel. That First Class record is dumb. That joint is out of that joint was everywhere, bro. That was that. So then what happens is
It
the
was
people,
there.
right? So now you're getting all this brand money behind you. The labels like, let's, instead of the 5 million we were gonna put into this, we are putting 30 million into this. But what happens, right? So the only way I was going with Anthony Edwards is Anthony Edwards like just balling out, becoming a massive, or like Ja Morant becoming massive people, but are they ready for that limelight? Anthony Edwards, where I was going with it, Anthony Edwards said, I just want to come and hoop. I don't want to be in all that right there. I feel like Jack Harlow doesn't need to be in all that right there. Scene with Drake, you know what I'm saying? Scene over here, I'm not trying to diminish. I'm not saying that. Maybe there's other ways you can work it. What I'm saying is that I'm looking at somebody that's now doing you don't want to, we seeing we're
Just being a
seeing
show pony.
We're seeing what's happened to your idol that's just being shown now that he was a show pony. Are you following?
Yeah.
So saying that, I look because I think Jack Harlow I really was on him heavy and early, but if you listen to what he rapping about then, I'm not saying again that it's even fake what he's talking about. What I'm saying is, I hope you actually listening to yourself. I hope you actually listening to yourself, listening to the life that you're living. Like we get to just, again, bro. Like I mean, I think we have to at some point, people in the media where we are, at some point as artists, we gotta say it's cool. Like listen to it. Let the music give us guidance.
Amen.
I don't know. I don't want to go too deep, no. My fault.
No, you're good.
Because it's just like I get it. You make the song. That's a hype. That Dua Lipa song. I don't know if you remember what that. It's a hype. It's get it. I get it. Energy. Make the festival go crazy.
But like that. It's frustrating because it's not good. Like, okay, it was everywhere. Cool. I think the industry darling is pointing out that anything can go anywhere.
Yeah.
So, what are we talking about at this point? Cool, you got it. Your song went crazy. It was still ass. Who cares? It's just I don't know. I get frustrated, obviously, but it's cool. It's cool. Hey, maybe the next one will be it.
I mean, he just put out something.
Didn't know.
Yeah, what you mean? He put out something. Hold on. He put out something. Was it a song or was it a was it? I don't think it was an EP. I think it was just a song he put out earlier this year. I'm just about to pull it up. The Loving on Me. The Loving on Me got me a little. That was I was cool on that. No, it can't be. That couldn't be his last joint. I have to find it because I for sure was like, okay, he put out something, but I wasn't running. It just didn't have the same effect as years ago. I wasn't running to it. Then he had the ass song. I think that was the beginning of it. Of like, bro, don't get caught up in that system.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. I think I see the system and some of the shit that is being made, and I'm like, ugh, come on, bro. I mean, I get it because that fucking the First Class, that one went crazy. That made money.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying.
At the end of the day, he's still the
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was saying like my fault. Yeah, it gave me hype.
Yeah, it's making money. I get it. And if they just use Jack Harlow as singles, they'll be making money. They're good.
Oh, yes.
But are they going to keep putting money behind his albums? I mean, it's.
Remember this one?
Yeah.
This is where it began for me. Like, this is right after What's Poppin'.
I want to see some ass. I want to see some ass.
I get it.
Baby, can you do it like that?
I get it.
This is a formula.
I don't want to move too fast till she hit that gas.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And I'm not
mad at it. I'm not mad at that one. I was honestly mad when the First Class came out. I was like, yeah, I was lazy as fuck. It was lazy.
That was his layup though. So
you're right. It was a layup.
That's a layup right there in the championship game.
It was.
I'm sorry, man. That was a layup in the championship game. Now, what he did with the whole rest of the project, now that's why I think you can really get mad. But that right there, if you telling me I got the green light on that,
yeah.
But you sent me this, right?
About Drake suing the Universal. They did everything Drake saying they did. They did it, but
okay. I'm bringing back that's 50 Cent. Universal definitely did what Drake is suing them for. He's saying, but 50 Cent's giving the.
About Drake suing the Universal. They did everything Drake saying they did. They did it, but they did it for Drake too.
They've been doing that.
You see what I'm saying? They did that. That's the way the business works.
Okay.
About Drake.
So
Rizz Radio.
Yeah. Hope you understand. He's saying they did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they did it for him too.
Yeah, that's why he's knowing to ask for these things.
So going to the Jack Harlow situation, bro. I mean, he's getting real-time intel. Like we see this. We see it because we're seeing how his brand deals are moving. We've seen this across the board with everybody. These people are getting real time intel saying, you make this move over here, you make this deal over here, you got this bag secure.
Yeah.
And that's what that's what the label's there to do. No matter the longevity of your career isn't solely on us. Now, the highs and the peak of it will be on us. Isn't that crazy? Think about that. The longevity of your career is not on us, but the high and the peak, we're going to make sure is on us. Yeah. And it's you as an artist to determine, do you want them to have that high and peak? Are you going to let them have destiny? And that's how you sell your soul, is to say that person is in control of my high and my peak. Oh, but when you look at that high, 50 million.
Yeah.
I'm not saying... Well, go ahead. My fault.
And then you get to a point where you're like, I need 500 million, and that's a low ball. That's a crazy low ball. that's a crazy low ball.
But the thing is, though, I think and maybe this has been like a very interesting, like deep show we've done today, but like not deep, not like it's right there in front of your face if you catch it.
Yeah.
I think man himself has to understand at what point is your limit.
Okay.
At what point does my freedom, my integrity of self, that's my main message throughout this show today. At what point do you recognize and say my integrity of myself and the kids that I'm going to raise, the people I'm going to inspire, at what point does that inspire them? Make them want to be what I like. At what point am I actually paying attention to that? At what point am I making sure life is secure and making sure that this thing over here isn't constantly like pulling me by pulling me by just threads and pulling me as like a puppet.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying is that you're going to get approached with it's gonna happen. You're gonna have some very special moments happen in life. At some point, you got to recognize, am I gonna let them control my peak and control my bottom?
Hey,
everybody's got to face that question at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah, I don't know how to answer that right now. I would need to be in it to understand where I would want to even go.
Yeah, it's no right or wrong because you just got to see. Can you the same way that you can embrace that high, will you be able to embrace the low the same way? That's it.
Man. Rizz Radio. I think we did it.
Yeah, man. Hey, this was good. This is good. All right. Well, hey, appreciate y'all. Hey, man, I think that was it. I think they say, hey, man, y'all, we gave them a mouthful. Pause. Oh.
Yeah.
That joke could go so many different ways, but we're going to keep it PG right here.
Yeah.
Hey, appreciate everyone tuning in. You can watch the visuals if you like right here on YouTube live, or you can playback TV. But then most importantly, download Rizz Radio, man. Shout out to Asia Cobbs, the founder of the movement. The Rizz Radio, shout out to DJ Calvin on here. Got that NOLA bounce happening. And and it's some other dope mixes. So just tune into the radio. It's important to have more independent platforms, especially for artists. So that's what I got to say, man.
Beautiful. Until next time.
We out.
Rizz Radio.